If you're shopping for the best reciprocating saw in 2026, the cordless options have effectively closed the performance gap on corded. This list covers 10 picks tested and ranked in late 2025, from a budget brushless 18-volt kit under $150 to a 40-volt saw that topped every other model in a full head-to-head comparison. Here's what to know before you buy. Starting with the Makita 40-volt XGT, which Pro Tool Reviews awarded a perfect score in their December 2025 head-to-head test of over a dozen cordless models. The top finish came primarily from the AVT anti-vibration system, a counterbalancing weight inside the saw body that cancels the oscillating force at the source rather than letting it transfer to your hand and forearm. In testing it, produced measurably less vibration than every other saw in the comparison, which matters more than raw speed figures when you're running a reciprocating saw for extended periods. The brushless motor hits 3,000 strokes per minute with a 1¼ stroke length, and the 40-volt XGT battery platform delivers consistent power under heavy cuts without the fade common in 18-volt tools. At 8.7 pounds, it's not the lightest option, but the vibration reduction makes longer sessions more manageable. Available at Home Depot as a bare tool or in a kit. Next, the Milwaukee M18 Fuel Super Sawzall. Pro Tool Reviews placed it 5th in their cordless ranking, but Bob Vila's independently tested panel named it the best reciprocating saw overall in a separate evaluation, the only saw on this list that earned that designation from 2 distinct testing organizations. The PowerState brushless motor hits 3,000 strokes per minute through framing lumber, metal conduit, and PVC at the same aggressive pace. A retractable hanging hook lets you suspend the saw between cuts without setting it down, which speeds up work during demolition. At 8.2 pounds, it handles like a professional-grade tool, and it runs on the M18 battery system covering well over 300 tools. Milwaukee backs the full M18 fuel line with a 5-year tool warranty, one of the longer coverage periods in the category. The Metabo HPT 36-volt finished 2nd in Pro Tool Reviews testing with 99 out of 100 points, 3,000 strokes per minute, 1¼ stroke length, 8.7 pounds bare, nearly identical specs to the Makita above it. What separates it is a feature no other cordless saw on this list offers: an optional AC adapter that lets the tool run from a standard wall outlet without a battery. You can work corded when you're near a power source and switch to battery when you need to move. That flexibility removes the either-or decision between cordless portability and unlimited corded runtime. Metabo HPT backs it with a lifetime limited warranty through their tool registration program, the longest coverage of any saw on this list. The Bosch ProFactor 18-volt ranked 3rd in Pro Tool Reviews test with 88 points, 3,000 strokes per minute, 1¼ stroke length, and 8.1 pounds bare, the lightest of the 3 top finishers in that comparison. The ProFactor platform uses higher current batteries than Bosch's standard 18-volt line, delivering sustained output closer to what higher voltage platforms from other brands achieve. The handle design incorporates vibration-dampening material between the motor housing and your grip, which reduces the transfer of oscillating force during back-to-back cuts. The performance difference between the Makita, Metabo HPT, and Bosch was narrow enough in testing that any of the 3 is a defensible choice. The deciding factor for most buyers will be which battery platform they're already invested in. The Hilti Nuron SR 6-22 finished 4th with 83 points. It runs at 2,600 strokes per minute rather than 3,000, lower than the top 3, but Hilti's design focus at this tier is cut quality and tool control rather than maximum speed. At 6.9 pounds, it's the lightest saw among the premium options on this list. The 22-volt Nuron platform is Hilti's professional battery system, built for the kind of sustained use and rough handling common on commercial job sites. Active kickback control monitors the blade and cuts power if an unsafe rotation event occurs. The Nuron system requires Hilti's own batteries and chargers, so buying this saw is a platform commitment as much as a tool purchase. Most buyers investing at this price point are already in the Nuron ecosystem or building toward it. The Flex 24-volt finished 6th in the Pro Tool Reviews ranking with 77 points, 3,000 strokes per minute, 7 pounds bare, 1¼ stroke length, competitive specs at a price that undercuts several of the tools ranked above it. The 24-volt Flex platform uses stacked lithium cell technology, which the company rates for more consistent output across a charge cycle compared to standard lithium configurations. The kit includes the saw and battery, and Flex covers both the tool and the battery with a 5-year warranty, one of the stronger combined coverage packages at this tier. If you want high-performing brushless performance without committing to one of the legacy 18 or 40-volt platforms, Flex is the most compelling alternative on this list. The DeWalt 60-volt FLEXVOLT placed 7th with 68 points. The 60-volt platform is DeWalt's highest output battery system, and the DCS389 uses that current to maintain 3,000 strokes per minute through demanding cuts. Thick hardwood, structural lumber, or multiple layers of sheet metal that would bog down a standard 18-volt saw mid-stroke. At 7.6 pounds, it's midweight on this list. FLEXVOLT batteries are backward compatible with the entire 20-volt max ecosystem, so any existing DeWalt batteries you own charge and work in both systems. For high-volume demolition or renovation work where cut consistency matters more than saving weight, the 60-volt platform gives you a sustained power reserve the smaller battery options can't match. The Ryobi ONE HP brushless ranked 8th in Pro Tool Review's test, and it posts 3,200 strokes per minute, the highest speed figure of any saw on this list. At 6.6 pounds, it's also one of the lightest. The HP designation marks Ryobi's brushless performance tier, which uses higher efficiency motors than the standard ONE brushed lineup. Pro Tool Reviews found it handled standard residential demolition and renovation cuts well, with the trade-off being stroke length and sustained power under heavy load compared to the premium tools above it. At a bare tool price under $150, and access to the ONE platform covering over 300 tools, it's the strongest budget brushless pick on the list. The Ridgid 18-volt brushless placed 9th in Pro Tool Review's ranking. 3,200 strokes per minute, 6.8 pounds bare. Specs that closely track the Ryobi directly above it. What earns the Ridgid its spot on this list is the warranty. Ridgid sells exclusively through Home Depot and backs its 18-volt cordless line with a lifetime service agreement. Free parts and free service for as long as you own the tool, with no annual registration fees required to maintain coverage. That kind of warranty is genuinely difficult to find at any price point in power tools. For homeowners and contractors who plan to keep their tools long-term rather than replace them on a cycle, the Ridgid's combination of reasonable performance and industry-leading warranty coverage makes it a logical pick. Closing with the one corded option on this list, the DeWalt 12-amp reciprocating saw earned the Best Bang for the Buck designation in Bob Vila's hands-on test evaluation, and it's the practical answer for anyone working regularly near an outlet without the need to manage batteries. 12 amps, 2,900 strokes per minute, and a 1 1/8-inch stroke length, modest by the standards of the cordless tools above it, but consistent and unlimited in runtime. Bob Vila's testers specifically called out the blade clamp design. It accepts the blade in both vertical and horizontal orientation, allowing you to shift between upward cuts, downward cuts, and side-to-side work without switching tools. At a retail price well under $100, it's the lowest cost saw on the list by a meaningful margin and the easiest recommendation for occasional use near a power source. Those are 10 of the best reciprocating saws you can buy in 2026, from a budget corded pick under $100 to a 40-volt brushless saw with the best anti-vibration performance in head-to-head testing. For most cordless buyers, the Makita, Metabo HPT, and Milwaukee represent the performance ceiling. The Flex and DeWalt 60-volt are strong alternatives at comparable prices, and the Ryobi and Ridgid cover the value end of the market with brushless performance and solid warranties. Links to every saw are in the description below. Subscribe if you want more tool comparisons like this one.